So it was kind of funny when I left the MTC. I thought I was like pretty good at Tagalog. Me and my companion, like, I don't know, I was also had like huge humility issues, but like me and my companion, like they would take us in different class and like teach us because we were like a little bit ahead of the other people in our group. So we were both thinking that we're pretty good, and we get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the airport, and we fly into Hong Kong or LAX first, and into Hong Kong, and we were standing in line to get on the plane to go to the Philippines. And I was looking around. I'm like, are those Filipinos? Like, I don't really know, you know. And they were speaking. I was like, oh, it must be Chinese. And I'm like, and I listened. I'm like, I understand that word. I'm like, they're speaking Tagalog. I'm like, I have no idea. 6 weeks and I had no idea what they were saying, like in real life. And so we get on the plane and we get to the Philippines. And on the way, I actually sat next to a Filipino man and we talked and stuff. Good thing he was good at English. But so we talked and a little bit about the gospel and things. We got in, and I just remember first how like destitute everything was. If that makes sense, just how, you know, it's like if I were to describe the Philippines, it'd just be like different than America. You know, we have a lot more opportunities here than they do there. And I was just like, wow, we've had it so good our whole life, you know. And it was kind of interesting seeing that that's basically how most of the world lives, is how they do. And so from there, I went to the mission home, and I met my mission president. He was great. He was like a big smile. I see him every like now and again because he lives by UVU, so I can go visit him and stuff. But so yeah, I saw him, and that was all good. And he gave us like the welcome to the Philippines thing, and like this is how the mission's gonna run. And I don't remember like any of that pretty much. And then my trainer showed up, and we didn't figure out who our trainers were until he like called us out and stuff. And it was funny because I was actually sitting next to him when they did it, and so he was great though. So I remember that just like I was really pumped to have him be my trainer, and that felt right. It was just like everything felt right, you know. Everything felt like this is how it's supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. And I remember my first day in the field when I actually got to my first area. I was Santa Rosa. It's actually called San Lorenzo. It's a little place next to a Enchanted Kingdom is what it's called. It's like a big, like roller coaster park. Not a big roller coaster park, big for the Philippines. And in my first day, I wake up, we're like doing our studies and stuff, and it just starts to rain. And it rained so bad that the alleys flooded and stuff, so we couldn't go out and work until like 8 o'clock at night. And so we finally went out and worked, and we visited the Mendoza family, was their name. It was the first family I ever visited. And yeah, it felt like unreal. And I remember the next day when I woke up in the morning, I was just like, oh, where am I? I'm like, this isn't America. And it was funny. It was like this like dread, but like this excitement that came over me. I was like, what have I gotten myself into? But no, it was amazing. It was like a dream, I'd say, a really good dream.